You have the measures, you got everything, and everything changed when the group of the players that you are managing is different, totally different. Okay, so you have to have the ability to change permanently. In the last exercise, you have seen that was very tight. I was looking for 18 seconds. Some of them they were doing in 16. The solution, when they had to do the transition to the other part, I come a bit further, okay, and I was telling them to go a bit deeper. So like this, we were winning 2-3 seconds more, okay? So that's important to manage. Why is important to manage the time? Because I said before the same. I said to you before, it's important because you have to know what are you doing exactly. Okay? If you are looking for 20 good seconds and they are doing 15, the target is different. If you are looking for 30 seconds and they are doing 20, the time, the work is totally different. So you have to manage everything. And very important, recovery, time. In fitness, always the most important thing, I said the same before, is the volume. Is the volume. To manage the intensity here is difficult. We can manage the volume, the time, the recovery, etc. Now, the organization wasn't the best. I'm not happy with that, but it's normal because we are doing 4 different tasks with a group of players that I don't know at all, so it's difficult. We were doing speed, we were doing the second exercise has a high component of speed, so in a neuromuscular way you are working quite strong, okay? But also you are working in lactic in a metabolic way. So it's one of my favorite ones, the last one. It's good, it's really good. Have you seen this last exercise? Do you think it's an open task? It's a closed task? What do you think? What do you think? It's so open, it's so close. It's quite close, no? Because you are telling them what to do. You are showing them the way. But they have to decide if they have to pass the ball or not. In function of what? In function of the opponent. Some of them, they prefer to go and finish, and some of them, they prefer to wait and pass the ball. That depends on the reality of the game. Any defender was defending totally different. Some of them, they were quite high. Some of them quite deep. So they have to find the way and the solutions to do the best finish, the best finishing. So for that reason, it's a close task, but with a high cognitive component. Okay, because at the end they have to think. In the one that we did with the squares, there were just 3 colors. They had to be ready because, have you seen? I said orange, and in the middle of the way, I said, okay, yellow. So they were like, but they were reacting quite quickly. So that means that they were focused. That is unusual. I do that with professional players, and one is going there, the other one is going there, and another one is saying shut up, you know, because it's difficult to be focused in a training session. That case is different. They were really focused. And in the one of the speed, I said to you before, the key points more or less were like this, and the other one was easy to control and to manage. The distance was, we had to make it bigger, definitely. We were trying with no touches, we were trying everything, no way. So it has to be bigger. In that case, the second time, we know that this group has to be up. I don't know if you got a question or something I can help you.
In the exercise, will you use a heart rate monitor? Is it important for you to know that?
We use it, but what happened is I have been using the heart rate monitors for all the training sessions for a long time because it was the only tool that I have to measure intensity, but I realized at the end that it's not enough. Why? Because if you do small football with the heart rate control, you will see that depending on the number of the players, the size of the pitch, but normally it's between 87% and 92% of the maximum heart rate, the work. You look for the heart rate. We were doing in Liverpool the same with GPS. And with GPS you can manage and control the impacts because it's an accelerometer. So it's, for me, it's the future. In professional team, it's difficult because they don't like to wear the GPS here the whole session. So it's difficult. But now the majority of the teams, they are doing it. And it's much better because you are controlling the mechanic load. That is the really important one. Because the heart rate will not show a massive difference. But with the accelerometer, yes. Because he will control the acceleration, the deceleration, he controls also in a vertical way, so controls everything. If you do one jump like this, and you reduce with eccentric, it's totally different if I do and block my legs. The second one is harder than the first one. Looks opposite, but no. And the GPS and the accelerometer detect that. It's triaxial, and now the only thing that they are not controlling now is when you are changing direction, that they can control at all. Or you are running backwards, they are working like if you are running forward. Okay, but the new models now they are coming soon. They will incorporate that. So my advice for all of you is, if you got the chance, we are talking about, it's quite expensive. In Inter, I couldn't get it for the price. In Liverpool, we get it. But in Inter, they said, you are full. I will not spend 70,000 euros in 30 devices. This is the future. The heart rate, if you don't got anything, unless you got something extra. But the heart rate, if you don't test your players, means nothing. Okay? Means nothing. We can, is because the heart rate works in a very individual parameter. I mean, for any player is totally different. We in Liverpool normally we are working with an aerobic threshold in Inter as well. I believe in this parameter because one of the works that I like the most is to do 10 minutes run just behind the threshold to improve the capacity of recuperation and the aerobic capacity in general. So I like to do that very often. Mainly when we are playing 2 games the same week, 2 days before the last game and 2 days before the next one, when we produce this sequence, I like to do that because it helps the players to recover faster. So for that, you have to test the players. You have to know exactly where they are.